Craig, how you going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for coming to meet with me about some of our nutrition plan and sort of. So we've been doing a lot of personal training and more of your program space, but obviously with programs needs a good balance of like nutrition. So we're having a little bit of a meeting about that. So first of all, we're just going to go through the dietary habits questionnaire that we've got here. I've sent it through to you to have a little bit of a look at before, just so you could kind of have an idea of what you're looking at. First things first, what would you say are kind of like your goals, nutrition-wise?
My goals, I definitely want to put on weight, like that's the main goal.
Yeah.
And also be able to keep my energy high as well. I do a lot of activities that require a lot of energy.
Yeah, for sure. So when you're putting on weight, are you wanting to put on, like, build lots of muscle or more of like a bulk for now?
Both, yeah.
Both? Yeah, sure. So this dietary habits questionnaire, I'm just going to ask you how many serves of each food group we'll go through. We'll go through each kind of thing. I'll talk about the recommended, and what kind of things that is, and then you let me know how much you think you would be at. Is that all good?
Yep.
Beautiful. So we'll start through, first of all, do you have any special dietary requirements?
No.
Not really? No. That's good. No diseases, allergies, intolerances?
No.
Fabulous. All right. We love a straightforward, easy one. So, first things first. How many serves of vegetables do you eat? So, one serve of vegetable would be about half a cup of cooked vegetables, half a cup of lentils or chickpeas, or 1 cup of salad vegetables, or half of a medium potato.
Maybe like 2 or 3 a day.
2 or 3 a day?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of foods are those ones?
Usually just like cauliflower, broccoli, peas, corn.
Yeah. Are they with lunch, dinner, as a snack?
I usually with lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner, sure. 2 to 3, that's a pretty good base point. So your vegetables are, it's really important to get those green vegetables in because they're heavy in energy, heavy in iron, like those sorts of vegetables are what's going to fuel your day. So when you're having meals that are high in those sorts of things, vegetables, fruit, anything like that, it's healthy energy, it's healthy sugar that's going to kickstart a lot more energy inside of you instead of some of those when you would just have like a couple pieces of chocolate and feel the energy go within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you crash. So vegetables give you that energy without the crash, essentially. So next one, how many serves of fruit do you do per day? So 1 medium apple or banana, an orange, a couple apricots, a cup of diced or canned fruit, or half a cup of like natural fruit juice.
With fruits, probably only like 1 serve a day.
1 serve a day? And would you say that's every day, or would you say more like here and there?
Kind of here and
Here and there, yeah. Do you not enjoy fruit, or is it more
I
just...
do, it's just something I haven't really liked.
Yeah. What kind of fruits do you prefer eating when you are eating them?
Like apples, bananas.
Apples and bananas?
Yeah.
That's
mostly.
really good, yeah. So because they're good and high in healthy sugar, and those are good for, again, that energy without the crash, and they're good, it's packed with vitamins and minerals and that sort of thing. So you get that rush and that energy boost, but you don't have the crash, and you're getting a whole bunch of extra nutrients for your own body, which is also just super great. So we're going to want to be looking at 2 to 3 serves, or 1 to 3 serves of fruit a day. Coming from having none, even if you're incorporating like a banana a day and a cup of like fresh juice or something like that in the morning, that way you just are getting into the healthy habits of incorporating it into your everyday routine and meal plan.
Yeah.
Is that something do you think we could be able to do moving forward?
100%.
Beautiful. So next one, how many serves of bread and cereal do you reckon you eat per day? So this is a whole serve is 1 slice of bread, half of a medium roll, half a cup of rice or pasta, or half a cup of muesli or porridge or something like that. So if you have 2 pieces of bread in the morning for toast, that'd be 2 serves.
This one's probably a bit more, maybe about 5 or 6.
5 or 6?
Maybe even higher some days.
Yeah. So what kind of foods are you eating in that sort of category?
I'll have toast quite
Toast.
often, like 2 or 3 slices a day.
Yeah.
Have pasta almost every day.
Yeah.
Have rice almost every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you like to use pasta and rice in like your meal prepping? Because I remember you mentioned that. Sorry, I remember you mentioned that you meal prep
Yeah, so meal prepping, and then also just often for dinner as well.
for dinner as well. Yeah. So with your obviously being in a calorie surplus, as you mentioned in one of our previous conversations in training, you've been trying to rake in those calories. Pasta is always a great way to do them, and rice is always a great way to do that.
Yeah.
Chicken rice, high protein, high calorie. You can just like bulk eat that, and it's really good for meal prep as well.
Yeah.
Obviously doing your pasta, having it every day, you want to be looking at what types of pasta you're doing. Like for yourself, someone like yourself, you don't have any intolerances, so dairy and stuff is not like really a problem, but making sure that like some of those discretionary items like your thick heavy cream, bacon,
Yeah.
in moderation. They're not bad in a pasta because no food is bad, but when you're having a high volume, you're just thinking about what types of pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we talked about how you really like to do this creamy chicken pasta.
Yeah.
That's a great meal prep because for you, high calorie, you're getting your protein, getting a bit of bacon, getting pasta, so you got those carbs happening, and then you're balancing it with other meals throughout the day, which is really good. Same with rice. Rice is probably like a cleaner alternative for gut health, that sort of thing. Rice is probably your way to go there. But either way, doing a mixture of both is really good. So, any questions so far?
No, I'm good so far.
Good? Alright. How many serves of meat or meat alternatives do you have per day? So, one serve of meat is about 65 grams of cooked lean meat, or 60 grams of lean poultry, or 100 grams of cooked fish. 2 eggs, cup of beans, or tofu, but I don't think you're not a big tofu beans person, are you? Yeah, no, I didn't think so. So this is where your chicken, red meat, that sort of stuff. How much do you reckon you're at a day?
Again, pretty high, probably like 6 to 8.
Yeah.
Could be even more some days.
6 to 8 serves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I do have quite a few eggs every morning.
Yeah.
Chicken for lunch.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll have it in like snacks and stuff like that, like tuna, anything
Yeah.
like that. And then for dinner, mostly always meat.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
What sort of meats? Do you have a lot of red meat in your diet?
A little bit. It depends. Sometimes it's in, sometimes it's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red meat is really good for iron and energy.
Yeah.
So when you've got low iron low iron levels, you often have low energy as well. And considering that one of your goals is to boost your energy, have more sustainable meals that send you longer when you're training, not feeling faint, not feeling exhausted afterwards. When you play a game of footy, not feeling exhausted afterwards, that's where your red meat's really going to come in. When you've got red meats and green vegetables, mixture of those ones, like your spinaches, your broccolis, your steaks, that sort of thing, that's where your iron is going to, like your main source of iron is going to be coming from.
Yeah.
And so it's really good to be making sure that you're getting those serves every day.
Yeah.
And that's just like a natural boost for your energy.
Yeah.
So the one that no one ever really wants to go into and disclose, but this is a safe space. How many serves per week do you reckon you have per week of discretionary items? So this is one serve of discretionary items just as a point of reference, and I'll just give you a couple examples based on what you've told me you like to enjoy.
Yeah.
2 scoops of ice cream is one serve. Half of a snack sized packet of salty crackers or chips, which is crazy that is one serve because we all know those packets never feel big enough. Anyway, 1 donut, 25 grams of chocolate, or a 400ml standard beer.
Yeah.
Those are all one serve. So if you're looking at your whole week, when do you find that you're having more of them, and how many do you reckon you've got?
It could be anywhere between like 7 to 14.
7 to 14?
Yeah. Like I could be having 1 discretionary a day, sometimes even 2.
Yeah.
Sometimes more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when do you find that you reach for those sort of things? Because is it when you don't have anything else in the house, or when you're craving something sweet, or when you're just bored and eating?
Kind of a mix of all three.
Yeah.
It's usually like in between lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
I guess as I get hungry, but
Yeah.
haven't really got anything.
Yeah,
at
so
that
like
moment in time.
like a snack later
Yeah.
on. Yeah. Something you don't really feel like cooking, you don't really feel like making food.
Yeah.
So you just grab something, yeah. Which is totally fine. It's really normal. Most people, like, I reckon I'm not perfect. I reckon I reach for it, like, I'd be on a 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 to 15 to 25, depending
Yeah.
on the week, honestly.
Yeah.
Discretionary foods are the kind of things that we want to minimize as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because that's where we're getting often super salty, super sugary, super carbo loaded. And
Yeah.
on their own, some of those things can be really good for you, but it's in moderation.
Yeah.
Because carbs are good to have in your day. It's really important that you're getting a healthy serving of carbs.
Yeah.
But having like 4 donuts in an afternoon because you've just bought them from a packet is not like a healthy type of carb and sugar.
Yeah.
Like the sugars that you want to be reaching for in those times are your bananas, are your watermelon, are your apples, like that sort of thing, because they're going to sustain you for longer. And when you're looking for wanting to have more energy and wanting to gain weight,
Yeah.
these foods will just burn because like you said, you got a fast metabolism, you burn a lot of energy, you do a lot of exercise. These things are not going to sustain you, and they're just
Yeah.
going to burn off like straight away, and they're not going to like sit on you.
Yeah.
They're not the kind of things that you want to be gaining weight for.
Yeah.
Your muscle isn't going to build off like a donut
Yeah.
carb, as opposed to building your pastas and chickens, or like that sort of thing, having eggs on toast as a snack in the afternoon or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So obviously going into some more like suggestions and that type of thing, my scope of practice just as a personal trainer is just to advise you with the Australian Guide to Healthy Eating. Are you familiar with
Yeah.
that thing? Yeah. So it's that little round table, and
Yeah.
that shows you the different servings and stuff. So my best thing that I can do for you is just get you to be sticking to those food groups, food rules, those guidelines in terms of healthy eating. So having a bit of the 5 food groups every day, limiting discretionary choices, exercising every day, like those sorts of things. That's what I can honestly suggest for you. In terms of your personal goal, wanting to gain weight and have more energy throughout your day, I would be suggesting a high protein intake. So your eggs and
Yeah.
chicken, they're the kind of like meats and poultry that I'd be recommending in terms of like filling out those food groups every day.
Yeah.
And getting in that red meat. I cannot emphasize that enough. Your red meat and your green vegetables, that is what's going to skyrocket your energy and skyrocket your iron levels. Do you feel like you have an issue with iron, or is it just more of a you just feel tired sometimes? You
I
don't
just
think
feel
you
tired sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't
beautiful.
think I have any issues with iron.
Yeah. If you had a concern about your iron levels, as if that was why you're a thing, I would refer you onto probably a GP, because they'd be able to do your blood tests and stuff and actually get proper levels back. Because if it was something that you were worried about, we'd go do that, and then we'd get advice from a GP as to how to move forward. So best things I can do for you in terms of suggestions are limit those discretionary choices throughout the week. When you're reaching for your what would you say is a go-to discretionary choice for you?
Usually chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
When you're reaching for your chocolate, you need something sweet in the moment. I dare you, go for the apple, go for the banana.
Yeah.
It's gonna satisfy you. Do you like watermelon?
I love watermelon.
Watermelon is my go-to. I could eat an entire watermelon, no problem.
Yeah.
Don't recommend, but I could do it. So we're not going to send you off for a referral, but in the next little session that we have, we'll talk about a couple ways that we can meet those goals, practical types of meals, practical types of intake, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So Any questions for me for now?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, let's go have a bit of a look at the next one, and then we will come back and have a chat for
Yeah.
the next part.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries.